Okay, we'll start the class. Okay, let the others join later. Right. See, for your cycle test 3, sorry, cycle test 2, which is on 10th, I think so. I have forwarded the timetable to you already. All have seen, huh?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, would you please repeat?
Cycle test
Shouldn't.
2, when is BEEE exam? It's on 10th only, no?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, syllabus for it is till wave shapers, clipper, clamper, applications of PN junction diode, clipper up to clipper clamper you are to have for CT2. Okay, whatever portions I am teaching from today, they are not included, right? And plus the pattern, question paper pattern is 50 MCQs. Okay, all are MCQs.
Okay.
Okay, 50 MCQs, 15 number, and the duration of the test will be 90 minutes, I think so. Okay,
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, all are MCQs, na?
all our MCQs maybe the mark allotment will be 1 and 2, right?
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Right. That is about your CT2. All right, today we will begin the class. All right. So, what are the various devices that we have discussed so far in this unit? Just name the devices that we have discussed earlier.
Ma'am, PN junction diode,
PN junction diode we discussed. Okay, and then one more.
half
One
wave
more diode.
rectifier, full wave rectifier.
Zener diode and PN junction diode we discussed, and the
Yes,
different
ma'am.
applications of PN junction diode we discussed. Okay. Apart from this PN junction diode and Zener diode, there are other semiconductor devices also, which are commonly called as transistors. All right. So three transistors we are going to discuss about. That is BJT, that is given here as bipolar junction transistor. Then you will be discussing two types of FETs, that is field effect transistor. Two FETs you are going to discuss, IGBT and MOSFET. Okay, IGBT or some other device, I'm not sure. Uh, I think IGBT only. So two types of transistors we are going to discuss, that is bipolar junction transistor and field effect transistors we are going to discuss. So this BJT, you are going to discuss about the operation, different types of BJT, and what are the different configurations you are going to complete today. So the device that you are going to discuss about today is what device?
BJT, bipolar junction transistor.
Yes, the expansion is bipolar junction transistor, and it is how many terminal device? You can see for yourself, they have given the transistor. How many terminals are there?
Three terminal.
How many terminals? Three terminals. So if you see a PN diode, this is your PN diode. Or if you see to a Zener diode, both are two terminal devices with the two terminals marked as anode and cathode. But when it comes to a BJT, there are three terminals actually. What are the three terminals that you are having? Emitter, base and collector. So bipolar junction transistor is a three terminal device. Okay, three terminal device. The three terminals are emitter, base and collector. Okay, and two types of transistor will be NPN and PNP. Now, how you are getting that construction we need to discuss. Before that, where this BJT device is operated, why the name bipolar junction transistor, all these things you have to discuss. So earlier devices that we discussed is PN junction diode and
Zero.
Zener diode.
Zener diode.
Both are operating because of majority charge carriers or minority. Which one?
Majority, ma'am.
Majority. Okay, so if you see to PN or Zener, the conduction is because of majority charge carriers only. Okay, majority charge carriers only decides the conduction in case of PN and Zener diode. So they are unidirectional devices. The current only flows in one direction. But on the other hand, if you want to have a device which can operate both with majority as well as minority charge charge carriers, that is with both electrons as well as holes. Then that type of device will be called as what device? Bipolar junction transistor, and here in both direction the current will flow. Okay, that is how the name comes, and it is having three regions. If you observe the output characteristics, there are three regions actually. One is active region, the other one is saturation region, and the third one is cutoff region. So depending upon whichever region it is operating, you can have three different applications. Suppose if it is made to operate only in saturation and cutoff state, then it will be acting like a switch. But suppose if it is operated in active region, it will be acting like an amplifier. So what is the meaning of an amplifier?
Ma'am, it amplifies the sound,
Amplification means what? Increasing
increasing the frequency.
in frequency or amplitude?
Amplitude.
Amplitude, ma'am.
Amplitude. Okay. Suppose if the input signal is 10 volt, the output will be K times 10 volt. Okay. K may take any value, that is a gain value. So if it is 10 means output will be 10 times magnified when compared to the input. So that is the meaning of amplification. Amplification means nothing but the increase in amplitude by some K factor. K factor represents your gain. So if you want the device to act like an amplifier means you have to operate the device in what region? Active region. Okay. But on the other hand, if you want the device to operate like a switch, on state or off state, if you want it to operate, then you should operate it in cutoff state and saturation. Cutoff means it will be off, saturation means it will be on. So if you are operating the device in these two regions, it will be acting like a switch. Okay, so switching and amplification are general applications that you find for a bipolar junction transistor. Broad application categories, it can be used in computer, satellite, and communication system. Okay, now tell me what are the things that you have learned so far regarding BJT. BJT is how many terminal device?
Three terminal device.
Three terminal.
Three terminal.
Terminal device. So what are the three
Three.
terminals for a BJT?
Base,
Emitter, base,
emitter,
collector.
collector.
Base, emitter, and collector. So why is it called as a bipolar junction transistor?
Because major and minor charges both matter in
Both
carrying.
will be deciding operation. Okay, so the current flow is also possible in both polarities. That is why it is called as bipolar junction transistor. Then what are the three regions of operation for a BJT? One is active, other one is saturation, and third one is
Saturation.
Cutoff.
cutoff. So what are the applications when it comes to BJT?
Amplifier or switch.
Amplifier and switching application. When will it act like an amplifier and when will it act like a switch?
In active region, it acts as an amplifier, and in saturation region, it will act as a switch.
So what do you mean by amplifier? Amplification?
To
Input is
change the
getting
amplitude.
magnified by the times. So that will be the amplification process. And switching process means it will be either on or off. Okay. So on state means it should be in saturation, and off state means it should be shifted to cutoff state. Okay. Now we will move on to how you are going to manufacture the two types of BJT. That is, one is NPN and the other one is PNP. You have discussed PN diode. So what two is sandwiched if you want to make a PN diode? What two layers are sandwiched? Basic medium will be a semiconductor, maybe silicon or a germanium crystal. Okay. So in that you are going to sandwich one P layer and one N layer, and that is how you will be manufacturing a PN diode. Now I want an NPN arrangement. So what do I need to do if you want to have an NPN BJT? NPN means, as you can see, which is sandwiched. Here you are having an N layer, here you are having N layer. So between two N layers, what you are sandwiching?
P, ma'am.
P, ma'am. P.
P type of silicon. Okay. So P type of silicon, if you are sandwiching between two N layers, that will be called as what transistor?
NPN transistor.
PN transistor. But on the other hand, if you want to manufacture a PNP, then how will I get the construction? Totally reverse. What is sandwiched between what?
and N is sandwiched between P.
N is sandwiched between two P layers. In that case, you will be able to obtain a PNP transistor. Okay, but the terminals are same. For either case, it will be emitter base collector only. The middle layer will be basically base. In this side, you will be having emitter, and the other side, you will be having a collector. So, what are the two types of BJTs that you can have by construction? Two types of BJTs.
NPN and PNP.
NPN and PN. Okay, NPN and PNP. Next thing that we will discuss about is how to have a symbolic representation. Like you are having for a diode this symbol, like you are having this symbol for a Zener diode. What is a symbolic representation for a BJT, NPN and PNP transistor? We have to discuss. So the symbol I will draw now. Okay. So here I will be having my base. This will be my emitter. This will be my collector. Okay. So this transistor will be representing an NPN type. So you can check out the direction of the current here. This is your current direction. So it is outwards or inwards here. The current direction is outwards or inwards?
Outwards.
Outwards. So if it is facing outwards, then the type of the transistor will be referred to as what?
NPN.
NPN transistor. Okay. Now I am going to reverse the direction. Now it is inwards or outwards. The current direction is inwards or outwards?
Inwards.
Inwards. Inwards means it will be a PNP transistor. Okay, so this will be the circuit symbol for a BJT, NPN and PNP transistor. You can see for yourself here. So this is representing your what type of transistor and this is representing your what type of transistor. First one, you can see for yourself the current direction is outwards or inwards.
Ma'am, in first one it is outwards.
Outwards means what is the name of the transistor?
NPN.
NPN. So here if you see means the current is directed.
Yes, ma'am.
Second diagram, what is the direction of the current?
Inwards.
Inwards. So
And
what
it is
the name of
PNP.
the transistor? It is PNP transistor. Again, now again you have to tell me what are the three terminals that you are having.
Emitter base.
Emitter, base and
Base.
collector.
Collector.
Collector. Already we have seen diode biasing. Okay, forward bias and reverse bias we have discussed for a diode. So what is forward bias condition and what is reverse bias condition? Suppose if this is a diode, which case it will be forward bias? This one is forward bias, is reverse bias. Here positive, negative, PN. So what type of biasing is this?
Forward.
Forward
Bias.
Suppose if I am reversing it,
Reverse bias.
then it will be reverse bias. You know all these things. Now in the same way, you need to know what is transistor biasing, in what manner it will be biased. So first diagram represents your NPN transistor, okay, with the terminals emitter, base and collector. Now this PN is given a power supply here. So P is connected to positive and N is connected to negative. So what biasing is this? P to positive and N to negative. Forward bias. So this is your emitter base junction. Okay, emitter base junction is forward biased. Okay, now move to the other side. Here you are having P which is connected to negative and N is connected to positive. So what type of biasing is this?
Reverse bias.
Reverse bias.
So base collector junction, a collector base junction is reverse bias. Okay, this is for a NPN transistor. Okay, if you see to a PNP transistor, again the same terminals EPC, that is emitter base collector. Now emitter base should be forward bias. Okay, then only it will be coming to active region and amplification will be possible, because most fields BJT will be used as an amplification device. All right, so it will be operated in active region only in most cases. So if you want the device to be in active region, emitter base should be forward bias, collector base should be reverse bias. Now, if you are using a PNP transistor, you can refer to the diagram. What biasing is given here? P is given to positive and N is given to negative. So, what type of biasing? Emitter
Forward.
base. Emitter
Forward.
base
Forward,
forward
forward,
biased.
forward.
If you move to the other side, where N
Forward
is
bias.
positive and P is connected to negative. So, what type of
Reverse
biasing you are
bias.
going to give to collector base? That is reverse bias. Okay, so whenever you say emitter base is forward bias, collector base is reverse biased. Okay, then the region of operation will be active. Okay, now on the other hand, suppose if emitter base and collector base both you are forward biasing, okay, then the transistor will be operated in what region?
Saturated, ma'am.
Saturation region. Suppose third case, if both emitter base and collector base you are reverse biasing, then
Reactive base.
cut off. Okay, cut off. Okay, so if you are combining these two in operation, it will act like a switch. When you are operating it, emitter base forward bias, collector base reverse bias, it will be acting like an amplifier. Understood the difference?
Yes, got it.
Okay, now we will see to what will happen if it is operated in active region, how that amplification happens, we will discuss. Now already know this, no matter whether the transistor is NPN or PNP, emitter base is forward biased and collector base you are going to reverse bias. Okay, so when this junction is forward bias, as usual it will operate like a PN diode. So what will happen? What will happen? And one more difference you have to see, this constructionally P layer will be lightly doped. Okay, doping will be very light in the middle region. Here P layer will be lightly doped and here N layer will be lightly doped. So middle region is slightly doped when compared to the other two layers. So here you are going to forward bias the emitter base. So what will happen? N is having a majority charge carriers, that is electrons, and P is having the charge carriers, that is holes, but it is lightly doped. So the number of the holes that are present in this sandwich P layer will be less or high. On the middle layer is slightly doped. Okay, so the majority charge carriers of P layer is holes. So the number of the
Yes,
holes
ma'am.
will be less or high.
High, high.
Higher. Light doped.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the number of
Height
holes that
means
are
less.
present in this layer will be very less.
Less.
So the electrons that are passing through the junction, they will have minimal number of holes to combine with. And the remaining electrons, everything, 95% of the remaining electrons will pass to what junction finally?
Collector.
Collector. Okay, this is how the current conduction happens. Okay, so first thing is you are going to forward bias the emitter base junction and you are going to reverse bias the collector base junction. If you do so, the electrons from the emitter, it will try to flow to the junction to the base area. The base area is slightly doped. So the majority charge carriers of the base layer will be very less. So the electrons, only 5% will be combining with the holes. The remaining 95% of the electrons, they will move through the collector. So because of this, you will have emitter current, you will have base current, you will have collector current. So out of these three currents, which current will be less or minimal?
Ma'am, would you please repeat?
See, again, the first thing is emitter base, you are going to forward bias, collector base, you are going to reverse bias. and the middle sandwich layer is slightly doped, because of which the majority charge carriers will be very less in number. So whatever may be the electrons here, they will try to move towards the junction, because here you are having a forward bias condition. But there are only minimal number of holes in the middle sandwich layer to combine. So only 5% will combine with the holes. Remaining 95% of the electrons will flow through the collector.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
because of this conduction, you are having three currents. One is IE, one is IB, and one is IC. So out of these three currents, which will be very less or minute? How can you write the current relation?
Ma'am, IC is equal to IE plus IB.
IE is equal to IB plus IC, not the other way around. That current only flows through the collector. And what current is very less? In which layer you are having a very less combination of holes and electron?
Base.
B.
Base. So what current will be very less?
IB.
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 IB will be very less. Okay, only 5% current contribution. The remaining 95% will be what current?
IC.
IC.
95% of the emitter current will be equal to the collector current, and only 5% will be contributing to the base current.
IB.
Okay, so that is all about the operation of NPN and PNP transistor. Okay, the thing is, this middle layer is very light doped. Okay, so because of which the emitter current only majorly it flows through the base to the collector. Only the minimal current is delivered to the base side. Here IB, here IC, like that. Okay. So if you write equation, you can see for yourself. So IE is equal to what? What is IE? What is the direction of all the three currents?
IC minus IB.
RC
IC plus IB.
IC plus IB.
how IC minus IB? C is incoming, IB is incoming, IE alone is out for now. What is the equation?
IE is equal to IC plus IB.
IC plus IB. Right.
IE is equal to IC plus IB. But the conventional current and the internal current flow both will be opposite. Okay, that is why the direction they have reversed. You can see for yourself here inside the current flow will be like this. Okay, but this is a conventional direction. Both will be opposing each other. Okay, that is the relation between the actual current flow and the conventional current flow. Both will be opposite. That is why they have given different equation, but the IE will be equivalent to IC plus IB only. out of which current will be majorly collector current and base current will be only 5. I think I lost my internet connection. Okay, let's reconnect. Wait. I think there's a small delay in my audio also. Now all are able to see the presentation that I made? Are you? Now the net is connected again. Just I'm
After you have written 5%, after that I cannot see anything.
After that I have not done anything.
Okay, ma'am, then it is visible.
Okay. But you understood the basic formula for a emitter current, which is equal to the sum of what current?
Ma'am, your voice is not.
IE will be equivalent to IV plus. Yeah, there is a small audio delay. Okay, I am also able to catch up that delay. But anyway, it is reaching you. Okay, but with some small delay, so no problem. Right. So this is how the operation of NPN transistor will happen. You are going to forward bias a emitter based junction. You are going to reverse bias a collector based junction, and the middle sandwich layer will be lightly doped, because of which the number of majority charge carriers of that middle sandwich layer will be very less. So IB current will be very less, and almost all the electrons from the emitter will move on to the collector, contributing IC. So the sum of IB plus IC will be equivalent to IE. Okay, that's all. That is all about operation of NPN. Same way you can define PNP also, the operation. Only the majority charge carriers here will differ. So how can you explain the operation? Tell me, for a PNP transistor. Again, same biasing you have to give. Emitter will be biased in what manner? And collector base will be biased in what manner?
Emitter base forward and collector base
Forward bias and collector base
reverse bias.
bias. Okay. And the middle N layer will be lightly doped. So what will be the majority charge carriers for N layer? What are the majority charge carriers for an N layer? And what are the majority charge carriers for P layer? Here electrons. So the number of electrons will be very less. Okay. So because of this forward bias, the whole they will move through the junction, but only a little will combine with the holes here. All the 95% of the electrons will move to the collector junction. Okay, so this is what will happen if it is to be a PNP transistor. Okay, both the operation are almost the same. Okay, but if it is an NPN transistor, means the conduction will be because of majority charge carriers, but if it is a PNP, means it will be because of the holes. Okay, that is why it is called as a bipolar junction transistor. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, shall we move on to the next topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next important thing is the different configurations. Okay, different types of configurations. There are 3 configurations actually: CB, CC, CE. So CB means common base, CC means common collector, CE means common emitter. Right. How these 3 configurations differ and what are the characteristic difference we have to discuss. With that, BJT topic will be over. Now the first diagram, you know the 3 terminals of BJT are what?
Base collector.
is emitter and collector. So now the input terminal
Base
is what
emitter
and
collector.
output terminal is what? You have to tell me. What is this? Refer to
Ma'am,
this
input is
diagram.
base and output is emitter.
Input base,
Input
output
is your
collector.
base, output is your collector, and the common terminal is what? This is your
Emitter.
common. Common terminal is what?
Emitter.
Emitter, ma'am.
Common terminal meter. So this configuration is called a CE or CC or CB.
CB.
CE, common emitter. Emitter is acting like a common terminal or grounded terminal. This is connected to ground, as you can see. So this is called as common emitter configuration or grounded emitter configuration. What are the input terminals again? Base is acting like the input terminal and collector is acting like the output terminal. So this configuration will
Yes,
be
ma'am.
called as what configuration? CE, common emitter or grounded emitter. Now referring to the second diagram, what can you tell about the different terminals? Which is input, which is
Input is
output, and which
collector.
is common? Emitter
Input
is
is
input,
collector.
collector is output. Again, what is being grounded? Common.
Base.
Base. So this is what configuration?
CB.
CB means what? Common base
CB.
configuration or grounded base configuration. So third diagram. What can you say about the third diagram? B is your
CC.
input and emitter is your output. And what terminal is grounded here? Collector. So what configuration
Collector.
is this?
CC.
CC. So CC means what configuration? Common collector configuration. Okay, so
Collector.
remember this might be asked in MCQs. What is the input terminal? What is the output terminal combination? They might ask you in MCQs. So what are the three types of configurations that you are having? Transistor configuration. What are the three types of transistor configuration?
CC, CB, and CE.
CB and CE. Suppose if it is CE configuration means what is the input and what is the output?
And for when it is C, input is base and
Base
output
is
is collector.
input, collector is output, and common terminal is emitter. Okay, this is your CB where E is your input and C is your output and B is your grounded one, common. And if it is CC, base is your input and collector is your output. Sorry, emitter is your output.
Ma'am,
Okay, and collector is grounded, so this is your common collector configuration. Okay.
ma'am,
What?
doubt. Ma'am, in CB, how C is output, ma'am?
What? Collector is connected to the output only, no man.
It is reverse bias, no?
Yeah, this is NPN transistor. So N is connected to positive. So reverse
Yes,
bias
ma'am,
only,
got
na?
it, got it.
Okay. So next, you already know that there are two sets of characteristics that you have drawn in your lab. What are the two characteristics that you have drawn for a BJT in your lab?
Ma'am, input and output, correct.
Input and output characteristics. Now we are going to discuss how to draw the characteristics. First for a CB, one configuration if you are able to discuss means same will be applicable for the other two configurations also. Okay, so remember that I will be teaching you one or two configurations only. The remaining configuration you should learn. Now you can see this diagram that is given. What type of transistor configuration and what type of transistor is this? BJT is what type? The two types of transistor are what? Depending upon construction, what are the two types of transistors?
NPN and
NPN and
PNP.
PNP. So this is representing what type of transistor? You can check the current directions outwards or inwards.
NPN.
Outwards. So it is
Outwards,
an
ma'am.
NPN transistor.
NPN.
Okay, emitter, base and collector terminal. The next question that should be answered is what type of transistor configuration is this?
CB.
CV. So base is grounded. What is the input terminal and what is the output terminal?
Ma'am, input is E.
Emitter is input. Okay, and collector is
Collector is output.
and base is grounded. So this is your CB configuration for which you are going to discuss the characteristics. Now the biasing conditions are satisfied or not, you have to tell me. You know that AB should be forward biased and BC should be reverse biased. That condition is satisfied or not? This is your EB,
Yes.
that
Yes,
should be
ma'am.
forward bias and BC should be reverse bias. And this is NPN. Okay, so tell me N is connected to negative
Negative.
and P is connected to positive. So
Positive.
forward bias or reverse bias? FP. So this N is connected to positive and P is connected to negative. So this side it is reverse biased. Okay, so you can easily obtain or discuss the operation for CB characteristics. Now remember, emitter side is input and collector side is your output. I want to obtain the two sets of characteristics, that is my output characteristics and input characteristics. Suppose if I want to obtain input, I am going to draw the input characteristics. Now, if I want to draw the input characteristics, the output side parameters should be kept constant. That is the reality. Okay, I am drawing input characteristics, so output side parameters I should keep constant. I should not vary it. That way I will be drawing the curve by varying the input side between voltage and the current. That is VB and IE, I will draw a curve. And that curve will be called as my input characteristic curve. Now, output characteristic means this input side I will be keeping constant or I will vary. If I want to draw the output characteristics, you assume. Okay.
Input should be
My
constant.
Output characteristics I want to draw, so input side parameters I will keep it constant. Then I will vary the output side parameter. Then I will draw the curve between VC and IC. Thereby I will be able to get an output characteristic. Okay. Same way as you did it in lab.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. First, let us discuss what will happen if I want to draw the input characteristics. So output side I am going to keep constant. So how to do that? There is a voltage source here which is made variable with the help of a potentiometer. Just to vary this RPS. Okay, that is my input excitation, biasing excitation. If I vary this, I will be able to change these two parameters, that is collector current and CB voltage I will be able to keep constant. So initial state I want to keep VCB at 0. So I will vary this RPS and I will keep VCB at 0. Then I will not disturb the output side. Okay, I will come back to the input side. Okay. Now I will vary this voltage. Okay, emitter base voltage I will vary. If I vary this RPS, this ammeter and this voltmeter will show variable readings. So just by varying this input, I will be able to vary VEB and I will be able to draw the curve between VEB and IE. That characteristic will be input characteristics. So let's check it out. So this characteristic is called what characteristics?
Which one, ma'am? Input.
Input characteristic. So what parameter I have kept constant?
Output.
Output. Output in the sense what voltage have I kept constant here?
What voltage? Ma'am,
What voltage have I kept
VCB.
constant? BC voltage I will be keeping constant. It is kept initially at 0 volt. Okay. Then the input characteristics I am going to change. input side RPS I am varying, thereby I will be able to vary EB, and I will be observing what is the ammeter current between which I am drawing the graph. Okay. But the thing is, IE will be increasing fast. But with respect to IE, the variation in VEB will be very small. Okay, comparing IE and VEB variation, IE will be, you can see for yourself, IE is having how much variation? It's jumping up to 3.5. But what about VEB?
It is less.
What about VEB? What is maximum variation that it is shown in
I'm
this
like
graph?
0.2, 0.1 something.
0.8 something.
8, but here the maximum variation is 3.5. Okay, so if we do this input change, even though IE is making a sharp increase, this VEB is very small. It's very small only. Because of that only you are able to get this nature of the characteristics. Okay, that is after cutting only it will start to increase. Same way as you discussed in diode. Now, this characteristic is over. Now you are going back to the output. This is my output, okay, for which you have taken one characteristic by keeping VCB as 0. Now I will vary the output RPS again. I will change VCB to some other value. Let it be 2 volt or 5 volt. Okay. Now, if I do this, I will keep it constant and I will come back to the input side. I will vary this RPS and I will observe this voltmeter and ammeter reading. So we can see here, VCB is changed to what value now?
Greater than.
Greater than or any volt you can keep, 5 volt or 10 volt, whichever voltage you want to keep it, you can vary that. But why, I mean, in which direction the curve is getting shifted, to the left side or to
Inwards.
the right side?
Left.
Inwards, that is the left side. Why that shifting happens? Because of what reason? How the IE is varying now for the second case of VCB?
Exponential.
The first case you kept VCB as 0 volt output change. Okay, for that you got characteristics like that. Now you have changed VCB to some other value, let it be 5 volt. If you do so, here IE is varying in a delayed manner. Okay, but if you see to this characteristics, the variation of IE is more sharp or it is also delayed in this case?
Delayed only.
Delayed. Earlier increase in IE is observed or delayed increase in IE? That is the question. Here 0 means the IE increment is seen at later point.
Yes.
But here the same IE increase is earlier or it is
Earlier.
late?
Earlier, ma'am.
Earlier. Okay, so because of that particular reason only, the set of the curve is moving to this side or this side?
Left side.
Left side. Okay, just you need to remember that. Next, same way if I want to obtain one more curve, if by setting VCB is equal to 15 volt, then what will be the nature of the curve?
But it will be more towards left side.
Okay. Yes. So always with the increase in VCB, the curves will all move to this left side only. Okay, that is because if you increase VCB, the increment in IE will be taking place in an earlier manner. That is why all the curves are getting shifted towards the left side. So this is all about what characteristics?
Input.
Input. So this is your output side parameter. What is the output side parameter that you are keeping constant?
VCB.
VCB is kept constant and you are going to vary the input side variable. So if you say so, you are varying VEB and you are observing IE value and you are drawing a graph. Okay, so this is also an input side parameter because emitter is your input. You are observing a characteristic curve that is drawn between VEB and IE. Okay, and the family of curves will make a shift towards the left with increment in VCB. That's all. All right. Now I want to draw output characteristics also. Okay. So you can see for yourself in this curve what is kept constant, what parameters kept constant.
PB, ma'am.
Here you are keeping VCB as constant. Here what is kept constant?
PB, ma'am.
IE is kept constant. So emitter is your input side parameter, that is your parameter that is kept constant, and you are going to vary the output side parameter. So what is your output terminal? Base is grounded, emitter is input. So what is the terminal that is connected to the output?
Collector.
Collector. So you want to vary the collector parameter. So what are the two collector parameter variables? One is voltage, VCB, and
There is
current is
current,
IC, collector current. So you will vary the output to vary VCB and you will observe IC. Okay. So that is what you are going to do. In circuit arrangement, I will explain one more time. I want to draw the output characteristics. So what parameter, what side I am going to keep constant?
For input, ma'am.
Output.
Output input should be constant.
So this side I am going to keep it constant. So that is IE I am keeping constant at different values. And I am going to vary the output side variable. I will note down VCB and IC and I will draw a curve. Okay, so that is how I will be drawing output characteristics. Now you can see what happens to the curve. I already told you there are actually three regions of operation that you can observe in the output characteristics. So what are the three regions of operation?
Ma'am, saturation and active regions. And one more cutoff.
Saturation region, active region. One more region is also the
Cutoff.
cutoff. Okay. So cutoff region, how it happens?
Is when sudden change in the graph.
This is your cutoff, that is shaded portion where EB and CB both are reverse bias or forward bias.
Reverse bias.
Reverse bias. Okay. Now if we move on to saturation region, what can you say about the two junctions? Emitter bias and collector bias both will be forward bias or reverse bias?
Forward.
Saturation. So both regions will be
Forward bias, ma'am.
forward bias. But if you want the operation to be amplification, then what region the transistor should operate upon? Amplifier means what region of operation? Switching means what region of operation, and amplification means what region of operation. 3 or 4 times I have told the same thing in the class.
Ma'am, for switching, both should be there, saturation and active.
Yes. Amplification means active region. Switch off means cutoff. Cutoff means off states, and saturation means on states. Okay. So depending upon this region of operation only, the application of BJTs will differ. Okay, the shaded portion I told you that is cutoff. Okay. Now you are to keep IE at 0, then you will get a cutoff. Now you are varying it at 1 milliampere, then you will get a increased curve. But what happens to the characteristics of the curve? You can see here in all these regions, what is the value of VCB? The boundary between saturation and active region, this layer. VCB is equal to what value? Here at this point, what is VCB?
At 1, 0.25.
Yeah, almost a 0. Okay, at this point, VCB is equal to 0. But what can you say about IC? here almost 5, here almost 4, here almost 3, here almost 2, here almost 1. So IC is having an increased value, but VCB is almost equal to
0.25.
not 0, almost 0 only.
Okay.
1.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Alright. But after that, what happens? It increases, it becomes saturated. Then what happens to variation of IC? Does it increase beyond, or
No,
what
ma'am.
happens to the curve?
Ma'am, it is
What happens
constant.
to IC? It almost
Constant.
remains
Constant.
constant. No matter whatever may be the increase that you are giving to VCB, IC after getting saturated, it's almost remaining constant. Okay. So this is how it is operating like an amplifier in the active region. Okay. So this is output characteristics, all in what type of configuration? What type of configuration? CB or CC or
CB,
CE?
CB.
CB. Where this is because of the internal region of operation only. The region of operation is explained here. Why IC is present even when VCB is equal to 0, that is explained by this paragraph. So what is given in the paragraph? Emitter base junction, you are going to forward bias. So the majority charge carrier electrons from the emitter are injected into the base region. So due to the action of the internal potential barrier at the reverse bias collector base junction, they will bypass the base and they will directly flow into the collector region, which will give rise to IC. Okay, even when VCB is equal to 0. That's why that sharp increase in IC happens and then it becomes constant. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Same way, how to discuss the characteristic features for the CE configuration also. So here, what type of transistor and what type of configuration? Here also, as I pointed out, the current action is inwards or outwards?
Outwards.
Outwards. So what type of transistor, NPN or PNP? Always
NPN.
current direction outwards. What type? NPN. So here you will be having NPN. All right. Now, how the biasing happens? What is the input terminal here and what is the output terminal? You know that emitter is grounded, so see configuration. What is the input side and what is the output side?
Input is base and output is collector.
Input is base and output is collector. Okay, accordingly how to draw the diagram. Plus biasing is also satisfied. Emitter base is forward biased or not?
Emitter base. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes.
Okay, emitter is N is connected to negative and P is connected to positive. So forward bias or negative reverse bias? Forward bias. Okay. And here N is connected to positive.
It is reverse.
I think this way you should connect. Okay, P is connected to negative, I think so. Okay, so it is reverse bias. And same way you can observe what happens to the characteristics. This characteristics is what characteristics? Which is kept constant. I have shown you the input characteristics where the output parameter should be kept constant. So what output is kept constant here? What is the output parameter that is kept constant? You people are there or you are sleeping? Okay, if I want to draw the input characteristics, output side parameter should be kept constant. So this should be kept constant. By saying so, you are keeping VCE as constant. You are going to vary the input side parameter, make it variable. You observe what is VB and IB. So between VB and IB, you are going to draw a graph. Okay, so that characteristic will be called as input characteristics. Output characteristics, if you want to draw, means input side you are going to keep constant. So IB you will keep it constant, and draw a curve between IC and VCE, and you will be getting the output characteristics. But you can observe the difference here. So in which side the curve is moving? Earlier case for a CB configuration, it was moving left. Now it is moving right or left. The difference you have to make, and the parameters you have to vary. That's all. Other things are almost the same, no matter whatever may be the configuration. So here the curve is shifting to this side or this side. What is the answer?
Right side.
Right side. Okay, so that's the difference you have to make, and the name of the parameter you have to change depending upon the configuration. Other things will be same. Suppose if you are seeing to the output characteristics, same three regions you can observe. This is your saturation region, this is your cutoff region, and this is your active region. And almost it will increase and then it will remain constant. Okay, right. Same set of characteristics you will be having for the third configuration also, that is CC configuration. I think these two configurations are enough. The same way you can describe the other configurations also. Okay. You can see the definitions and all they have made. What is saturation region? How it is achieved when both the junctions are forward biased. Okay. And cutoff region when both the junctions are reverse biased. And the active region when emitter base is forward bias and the collector base is reverse bias, like that. It acts like an amplifier. All these things are extra described here. Alright. Take care in varying the parameters in indication and in what nature the curves will shift. Okay, that's all. That difference is enough, but all the things will be almost the same. Okay, with this we will enter the class. I think it's 2-3. In the next class we will discuss transistors. Okay, 2 transistors we are going to discuss, MOSFET and I think IGBT or something. Okay, and the same way how to discuss the operation, construction and characteristics. With that this unit will be over. Okay, but for your exam, whatever topics I am teaching today, from today on these topics are not included. For your CT, the portions are only up to wave shapers, that is applications of PN junction diode. Okay, with this we will wind up the class. All can first.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Okay,
ma'am,
what?
these are the topics, no, which I have